Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be showing you how to install this farmhouse light. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be a farmhouse light, but I'm going to show you it's very easy. We're going to go ahead and pull off the old one, show you how to install this new one if you've purchased one. All right, what you want to do is you want to find your breaker box or a breaker panel, whatever you want to call it here. Mine particularly is behind this kind of the decorative door swing here. I actually am going to repurpose this and make it a little bit more decorative, or what people do is they hang nice mirrors over it. I'll probably do that as well. All right, so coming inside of the breaker panel, breaker box, whatever you want to call it, hopefully you have them labeled really nicely here, but sometimes it gets a little confusing. So I did a little trial and error. And so what I like to do is I like to leave the light switch on, and then I just start flipping breakers and then go double check. So we finally got the power to the front porch light off. Now we can safely start working on it here. Again, I have the light switch in the on position the whole time, and then I come out and I double check. And then if you have an electrical meter, if you want to do a double safety check after those wires are exposed, then you hold the prongs on the wire to see if you get any reading or not. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do in this situation, sorry, I have a little bit of tree netting here. We'll go ahead and take that down in just a second, is we're going to go ahead and unscrew our glass portion here, whatever yours is. What you're wanting to do is you want to find the hardware right here. That is a flathead screw. We're going to pull that out so the whole thing comes off the wall. If yours is a drop-in with some screws hanging out, you might, if you don't see any screws around the back portion going into the front, then you need to push up and out. It depends if it's hanging there or not. This one is pretty simple right here where my middle finger is. Also take out the bulb of the old one. I'm gonna have to probably do this with two hands or one hand here. Now when you get to this point here, you're gonna see in most cases right here, wherever your wires come in. Now the older ones, it might come down from like that, or majority of the time, once you pull it off, you're gonna see the wires right out back here. These lights are pretty simple. There is a black wire, there is a white wire, and it's pretty dusty, but there is a ground wire right here as well. Now this is where you could use a device like this to double check, making sure your wires are not hot. Just use safety and precaution. So in this scenario, instead of messing around with this, because it almost looks like these are really embedded in there, and looking at my new light, is that the wires in the back are super long already. With that said, instead of messing around with trying to figure out how to disassemble this, now another option you can do, I'll unscrew this and this, the bracket for this, pull this out, and where these ones are electrical taped, probably the previous owner did the exact same thing. See how it's kind of spliced in there? And so those were probably the original wires here, and these were the wires that came with it. Same thing with this one here. So let me go ahead and pull off this bracket. That might just be easier. I'll reuse these caps as well. Yeah, it looks like the previous owner did the exact same thing. He went ground into electrical tape to the ground of the new fixture, or his new fixture at the time, black into black, which is tied into a cap. If you have these caps, I'll show you that in just a second, and then white into white here, and then he just put some electrical tape over it for added safety. I'll probably do the same thing, so I'm just going to reuse his caps as well. And my new light does not come with this bracket because I did get it at a garage sale, and I actually got it for free because that garage sale owner of that home actually upgraded his devices to a little bit more modern, and so I'm upcycling mine while he's upcycling his. For the much anticipated Lawnmower 4.0, ladies and gentlemen, here is the 3.0 and here is the 4.0. Today is the day. If you want 20% off and free shipping, use my code for anything in your order. Again, 20% off not only this, but any products that you do purchase from Manscaped. 20% off, free shipping. The Lawnmower 4.0, it has a skin-safe, replaceable blade. It's hygienic. It prevents nicks, snags, and tugs. It is bringing back the LED spotlight, which is awesome, and it has a power status light indicator. It once again is waterproof, IP67 rated, where you can trim in the shower, and it has a new feature which is the travel lock, which I have actually set off the 3.0 in my travel bag before. And that feature is absolutely awesome. And that code works for all their shirts, boxers. I absolutely love their boxers. Wearing a pair right now. Let's get that out of the way there. But they do offer shirts. And just briefly, let's look at the 3.0. I've taken it out of the box. And we do have a trim guard there as well with the same flip up top to it here. So with the 4.0, you get 2 blade guards. And of course, they have updated the design there as well. Again, completely waterproof if you want to use it in the shower. This is what I saved that for. Not to mention right here, look at that light. I'm using my phone as a mirror, if you are wondering. Up here, coming down, look at all that hair. I know it's blonde. And then of course, let's go ahead and get the chest. Look at that, boom. So obviously, we are not gonna be going down south with you guys on camera, but the light is definitely gonna help you. Up here, looking really good. Obviously, I won't do the whole entire thing on camera. Holder as well. This thing seriously looks like Batman's body groomer. I love it. Once again, use my code right here on Manscaped's website. It's all linked in the description box below. You won't have to remember a thing. Click show more right below the video. You're gonna see the link for 20% off your brand new Lawnmower 4.0, not to mention any other products they offer. 20% off, free shipping with my code. You guys enjoy. Now, if you do not have caps, then you're gonna need some wire strippers. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut the wires, strip them back a little bit, and then we're gonna do the same method. So if you're a step behind, just cut the wires, strip the wire tips, and we'll move on. And this is the part where a helper is definitely a plus. As you can see, I have my farm light right here attached around my forearm, holding it up while I put it in place. So you might want to have your tools in your pocket so you don't have to keep bending down, because obviously we don't want stress on these wires after we cap it. Now what I like to do is either you can do 2 things, is you can wrap this around there, then screw on your cap, or put it right next to it and then tighten the cap on. And as you're screwing it tight, it will actually wrap it around to have good connectivity. All right, here we go again. White to white, ground to ground, which is the bare, and black to black. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our bracket on, push in our wires, and hang this guy up. After you've screwed in your bolts on your light, of course, come back to your breaker panel, your breaker box, and flip on your breakers. And if you didn't do 6 like I did to try to figure it out, then go ahead and label it a little bit more clearly. You can put some painter's tape with fine point Sharpie right on the edge right here to make it a little bit easier for yourself next time. Pro tip is definitely make sure, because I bought this at a garage sale, it had probably already been shaken around a little bit. So after installing everything, putting on the cap, and lastly, of course, screwing in your bolts right here, I will be matte blacking those probably, and maybe give it a nice little finish on back here on the back as well, or just leave them chrome, totally up to you. So after I hit the breaker, I turned on the light and nothing. I was like, no, don't tell me I have to pull this whole thing off. So here's a pro tip. There were 4 bulbs, because I got a whole set of these. All 4 of those bulbs were bad. I found another bulb in the house, and I actually have to order 1 more, and I like the warm look of it as well. I'm gonna see if I can find a LED one that has that warm color to it as well. I really like that. This, again, this particular one is a double. I'm only running 1 right now. I think actually the dollar store has the warm ones. But overall, it looks great. Again, the guy gave it to me at a garage sale. There were stickers on it, $15 each. As I was walking away, he said, you know what, go ahead and take them both. So I'm gonna install the other one on the back deck. I love the look. And if you're interested, I am doing a full farmhouse remodel. So many projects. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. I'll put a couple of these in the description box below if you need some ideas. So check out the description box below. Thank you for watching. And again, make sure you're subscribed, because we're gonna be doing a full ranch farmhouse remodel. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you once again to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Check out that code below for your 20% off and free shipping. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Don't let the party stop, guys. Hit one of these videos, continue to watch, and we'll see you soon.